guys and girls, I'm Thomas Finn Jameson. On my channel you'll find comedy, reviews, music and more. Today I'm going to be giving a Whoa Nelly album review to 9 Inch Nails' The Downward Spiral. This is my 50th YouTube video, which is a really cool thing. This album, I'd been looking forward to hearing it for some time, also sort of, an interesting experience with it due to how dark the album is and its content, which I'll get into. But I finally heard it recently, and upon hearing it for the first time, I played it front to back again. I was so impressed. A Whoa Nelly review is given when I deem an album to be 10 out of 10 standard. So, I've previously reviewed Pretty Hate Machine, which I gave a Whoa Nelly review to. It's on my channel. And I've heard With Teeth as well, the 9 Inch Nails album. Trent Reznor is tremendous, as are 9 Inch Nails. Into the Void was my introduction to them in 2011. I've really enjoyed their stuff since then, heard a lot of their tracks and 3 albums so far. Resolve and Emotion by Trent Reznor are on TFJ's 2, one of my compilations, which you can find on my Spotify, and I've got a compilation commentary for that on my channel. So without further ado, let's get to the review. Some of the tracks. Some of them. The opener, Mr. Self-Destruct. It's an interesting one. The album is a concept album about a guy who starts off feeling self-loathing and is obviously is a self-destructive person, or is having those feelings, and by the end of it decides to take his own life. So Mr. Self-Destruct, enough said, it kicks off the album really well and lets you know what you're in for. Piggy. I love the acoustic guitars towards the end. It's very well produced and polished, as is the whole album, by the way. The ambience created and the whole sound, oh man, it's awesome. And I'll expand on that later. Heresy, whoa, one of the most hard-hitting songs I've ever heard. It talks about sacrifice, devotion to God, and investigating human suffering and free will. It refers to some disillusioned people that were around at the time of Generation X, during the late 90s, or during the 90s in general, and paranoia that was being experienced by some people at that time. March of the Pigs, interesting lyric. I want to watch you come down, refers to the concept of the downward spiral idea, and also, again, I think the Y2K movement. Lovely instrumentation otherwise, apart from the subject matter. Sonically, it's a really interesting song. Closer, a lot of people's favourites. It's an anthem to a lot of people. It's one of 9 Inch Nails' biggest tracks. Cool tune with a kicking beat. Signature line, you bring me closer to God. Religion and God are a heavy theme on this LP, no question. It's a solid tune. Ruiner has excellent distorted guitars. I like the drums, and the guitars are blended together and produced in a very interesting way. A raw feel is created. Motif of the line, nothing can stop me now, as well as the pigs, of course, throughout the LP. The Becoming is supercharged, has cool acoustic guitar once again, and a nice guitar lick it good. Oh yeah. Next, now this is the best track on the original. I'm going to touch on the deluxe edition, some of the tracks on there as well. But the best track on the original version of the Downward Spiral to me is A Warm Place. Oh my word. It's amazing, so amazing, Kanye West reference. Ambient kind of style on the tune. Kudos to Reznor and co. On this incredible track. It was used in Oliver Stone's Natural Born Killers, which is one of my picks from the Pix Film Club, founded in 2012 by yours truly. Knowing it was recorded in Le Pig Studios, so I'll touch on that now. The house where Sharon Tate was murdered by members of the Manson family is where the album was recorded. And so the vibe created by the track is influenced by that, as I'm sure the whole album was, you know, and the perception of turning that into something else, if you like, or if you don't want to go that far, the perception of art that was created there that is incredible. And this song epitomizes that. Now we get to the closing track, semi-sonic reference of the original LP, which is Hurt, which is one of the best tracks, very powerful and very emotive. There is this idea that's been around for a long time that all great art comes from pain, and I want to touch on a Pablo Picasso painting, Guernica, which is, it depicts this Spanish town that was destroyed by the Nazis, and the album sort of reminds me of that, and also Vertigo with the obsession. It reminds me of that. Hitchcock's Vertigo. It reminds me of that, definitely. It's an interesting concept. I disagree that all great art comes from pain. I'm sure some does. I do think there's hope at the end of the song Hurt and the LP, the original version, with the line, "If I could start again, a million miles away, I would keep myself, I would find a way." There's somewhat catharsis kind of hinted to there, in a way, in a different way. So that's the end of the original LP. I want to touch on the deluxe edition. On its own, the original version is just awesome, but I want to touch on the deluxe edition, some of the tracks. My favourite track on the Downward Spiral, if you include the deluxe edition, which is what I'm doing, is Dead Souls. It's the best track on the whole project. I love the instrumentation, the guitar riffs, the atmospheric vocals, the ambience created, and it was also used in the film The Crow, and it's refined, very, very refined. So absolutely. So music and lyrics I'll touch on. They're on a par with each other. Are they good? Oh, they are. So other factors, consistency. Talk about consistency of the influence. Trent Reznor actually kept the front door for a while of the house where Sharon Tate was murdered. And again, just the whole concept, the whole album as a whole is extremely interesting and enthralling. So consistency, there is great sonic flow, dark textures, and a sonic palette throughout. I maintain there is hope at the end of Hurt, in my opinion. It's consistently riveting and quality music. Style. There's ambient, take your pick, industrial, rock, heavy rock, all encompassed on this record. That's emotionally charged 100%. The spiral theme is there as well. The obsession, which I referred to earlier. Impact, hence the impact it had. All this going into it, hence the impact it had. It won the Grammy Award for Best Alternative Music Album. It's listed in the most recent 1001 albums you must hear before you die. Rolling Stone, the album guide, gave it 5 stars. It was ranked 201st in Rolling Stone's 2012 500 Greatest Albums of All Time list. Potential of the LP. It's influential, controversial for many reasons. It's a zeitgeist album in a way, but it still holds up to this day. It holds up amazingly well. There are timeless themes of faith, relationships, and the human condition. So my verdict, based on all that, my verdict for 9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Also known as a Whoa Whoa Nelly! Kids See Ghosts reference. So, to sign off on this video, thank you for watching, guys and girls. That was my 50th YouTube video. So since 2013 I've had a YouTube channel and created pure cinema, comedy, reviews, live reactions, music, compilation commentaries, film analysis, lists and ranking videos. And I've also appeared in other videos online as well that weren't on my channel, featuring You Know Who You Are. So it's been an awesome experience so far. Thanks to everyone who's watched, liked, given a nice comment or two, and enjoyed my content. I aim to carry on creating an array of content, as it's a blast to do. So signing off on video 50. Welcome to the roaring 2020s. With that I say, take it easy.